Hey folks, Brad here for Weez and Geezer TV. Here's something that I've noticed a long time ago. This happened where when I come into the login screen, you click on your characters, it doesn't show them, and a long time ago it used to. And after one of the updates, it just didn't show my characters anymore. Now, a little while ago, I went in to create a character. And because I was going to look and see what kind of, besides the class, the different types in the class that we had available, and see what has changed, if anything, which nothing really has changed. But then I just backed out. Okay, and when I got back to the character creation screen, or this screen. I got rented lips. I got back to this screen, I could see my characters. So I did an experiment, and yes, that's exactly what happened. I went to create a character, and the reason I knew that is because when I was creating my character, I was looking at them from a side view like this when I backed out, and when I looked at my characters, they were the same way. So I did a test, and I made them like 3/4 turn like that or whatever, and backed out. And sure enough, I could see my characters. So, if you've had the same problem and you don't get to see your characters and you just want to see them when you click on them, just create a character and back out, and boom, there you go. But I'm going to create another character. And we are going to go magic. Because who doesn't like magic? We are going to go melee. Damage. Almost want to go with the tank, but no. We'll create one of those when we create one of those. And I am going to go super strength because I can. And they don't give us anything else yet as far as our secondary. So this is what we have to deal with, and it'll be plenty good, and as they open up things, we'll come in and change things. And ability. So... I always, just like in CoH, how they had these abilities where you had a choice between one or two of these on the first one, and the secondary always had to be that to start off with. The same thing here. I always take the more powerful damage first, even though it has a longer recharge time. And then I will end up taking the haymaker next. Then I might end up coming back here if I don't have shockwave available or whatever's available down here. It's when I don't really have something that I absolutely have to have down here that I come back and get that. But anyway, that's enough about that. Let's go with a female this time. Now, as you can see, as the default, it's set to like how a guy is going to create a female. And I always create people that look like people. So we're going to go right down to about here. That looks so natural, so much more natural. I'm going to give her some big old eyes because, well, we want to be able to see their eyes. And she's just a little girl. Let's go with the skin tone. I believe this is our main color. Let's try that. Yeah, we'll go with that. I don't think the secondary works on anything. And we'll work on costume colors when we get around to that. Let's go on to the body. Only face, that's the only face we get. We don't get to do anything to the eyes. The hair, there are several different styles available, and all of these styles are, made for an alpha, which is just a representation of what the final look will be. Obviously, they will not look like what we're seeing. They will look with those shapes in mind. And I like the long layered look. There's a couple others that are pretty nice, but I go with that. It looks the most natural, I think. To each their own. We will go to costume now. Eyewear. The only thing they give us for her is this, and when they give us just a regular mask, that would be very nice. But for right now, I'm not putting that on her. Headwear, nothing. Chest. I was going to go with that, but I don't like all the bulky stuff on her. And that just, the lighting just does not look right. Something weird about it. And I don't really care for that type of outfit. I never have. So we're going to go with this. Shoulders, I don't really care for those kind of things. That isn't bad. I don't mind that. I might have to see how that is. I might come back to that. Because I kind of like that. But I want to see what it does when I go to like... well, I guess when I change colors, it's really not going to help that much. So let's just go with that. That does kind of look cool. So we'll start with that. Nothing for the chest. No mod. Belt. Of these, I really don't care for some of them. The way they look. This one I like because it reminds me of one I used to wear in CoH a lot. So I think I'm going to go with that. Although the other thing I'd like to see them do, but they don't do here, is that when you go to the color coordination and stuff, we're going to get these to work with. And it's going to distribute it throughout our whole outfit like we want to be color coordinated. And that works sometimes with some superhero outfits that you can have that ability. But I really wish that they would let us like click a button that allowed us to do it per item. So you can make yourself look like you want to look. Because not always do you want to have that superhero-ish look. There's times I've had characters that looked like people. They were wearing blue jeans and boots with a long black trench coat with a shirt and tie. But everything was different colors and stuff, and it was made to make him look like how I wanted him to look. And that's what these things are really lacking. Those things are nice if you want to do a preset look where it automatically distributes it, and maybe you have like 3 different options. You go, you know, that isn't bad. That isn't bad. But you should be able to unclick it and do it specifically per item. Because, again, I don't want to look like some cartoony looking character. And art is the essence of lights and darks. And you want to have things that will also contrast that. Where I could have the person looking the way I want, but still have things like their belt, which looks different color to accent things. Gloves that are different colored. You know, I may want a whole outfit to look one way, but white gloves, but you don't give me that option. And we could make our characters look so much cooler. That's my rant for that. I'm leaving it alone. I'm just saying. Character creation is a huge part of it. This looks good, but it could look a lot better. Okay, we did the belt. We are going to the legs. Now the legs, because of the type of boots I think it is, let me get rid of those first. I don't think that has anything to do with it. Let's go down here. Let me get away from Ghost. Let me just go with that for right now, so you can see what all the legs look like. Those boots or whatever really hide everything. Those aren't bad. Now, I like the way the pants look on her. Okay. Ghost is okay, but that's going to look so much like a uniform, and for some people, that's what they want. I want mine to look different. That's an okay option again. Nothing wrong with it. Not my taste, but it's nothing wrong with it. Police isn't bad, except I don't really want the, the arsenals on my legs. And again, there's something about that, the way the light hits it and stuff, on both top and bottom, really doesn't do it for me. But I like how they've kept in line with the same pattern as they did with the Ghost, sort of, if you see what I mean. So that really works well, so that you could still make it look like how you want with the uniform, if you're going for the uniform look. But if you're going for the uniform look, I do like that one better. But I'm going to go with those because I am wearing the boots. We'll get to the hands. We'll go back to the hands. But I like that look, sort of. You know, because I don't want the multicolored thing. Now, eventually you'll be able to change your patterns, I'm sure, to several of the different patterns and make it look how you want. So my selection in boots kind of hides that. I do like to have those different colored boots. See how those are white and everything else is all whatever colored. But I'm sure when I change that and this changes or whatever, those are going to change too, and I don't like that. But I do like how those look. Now when I go with that, something like that where it says right foot or something like that, it always ends up being that only one of my feet change like that and the other one will be something else. And the same thing with the gloves. You do it and one of them will be one thing and one of them will be the other. But I'm going with that. That look is not bad. So let's go back to the gloves. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's like, see there? See how I went to Ghost and I like how that silvery look there and I got it on both of them. But it always seems to leave this on there. And you go, well, maybe it's just a glitch and I'll just go into the game. When you do, that's going to look like that. And that's not what I want. And that thing that I was talking about with the feet does the same thing. One of them will look normal and one of them won't. And so we're not going with that. Now it appears that everything looks normal when I clicked on anything else except for the Ghost. And if I do right hand like that, it's probably going to leave just the right hand normal like this and the other one will be whatever it was. So don't trust it. And of these, because it allows me contrast in color, I'll go with the police. Say what? Yeah, that's right. You heard me. I'm going with the police. Now over here, we got to change some things. I'm going to keep the red color. We are going to get rid of that and go to something dark. I think I went with that because it's not really black. Your black is something like that, and it's actually too dark. Although they do have it lighten up that you can barely still see the lines and stuff in that, but it's still good. But I want to be able to see the lines clearer, like in game. So I consider that to be more of the considered black. Because at a distance and as you turn it'll look different. But you can see the lines so much better. And so I always go with something that's going to give me that essence of light and dark, which is art. And so far I am liking that. And it's funny because I'm actually creating the same character that I already created. And I didn't even realize it. But that's just the way it's going to have to be. I might end up having to just delete the other character. I'll just recreate her. The blue, it's okay. It's a good accent for black. It really is. And I don't think there's anything I need to do to that. The pants and the little things on the collar look really good. That's good color. That's almost exactly what I'd like to be able to do with this. Like I say, I'd like to be able to individually change the color of the belt because it's an accent object. It's just like if you had like an open V-neck type shirt and you had like a necklace that was available as an accessory thing like they did in CoH, you'd again want to be able to change that to whatever color you want. And it may not fit the color scheme of the outfit they're wearing that you would give us in here, because I would have it be like a gold or silver chain necklace or something like that. The same thing here. I'd like to make this gold and silver with like brown and white or something to give it a completely different bling. But this looks good as characters go, and we're going to go with it. But I got to come up with a name for it because I already used the name that I would have used. I do like the look here. I will probably get rid of the other character because she looks like this one. But if I'm going to play my little Brawler girl, this is what I want her to look like. But I got to come up with a name, so I'm going to pause for a second because I need to think. Okay, I had a small technical problem, and that is that I had paused the recording, and when I unpaused it, it didn't unpause, and I went and done some stuff or whatever, and I was having a problem renaming my character because I wanted to use the name that I already had. So I just went back to the beginning, deleted that character, and gave it to this character here. Don't nobody steal my name, because I would like to use this one in-game eventually. Because Daddy wanted a boy. And I always give that to like my tank or Brawler or something like that. Make her a little girl. Daddy wanted a boy. And from there, I just put my character back where you start out at. I'd already kind of run around or whatever and stuff, but like I say, it wasn't recording. I just made sure it was recording, and I'll show you that from the beginning. You just start there, you run across the road. Make sure you look both ways so you don't get hit by cars. And you come in through this door, and you go up and see Marcus Clark up there, which you'll use an elevator to get there. Now when you come in here, you go to the elevator over there to see Marcus Clark. In here, you go see this guy over here when you level up. And when you want to sell stuff, you go to see this lady over here behind the counter. You'll have to click on buy, and then you'll see a sell option also after that. Right now we're going to go upstairs, even though I've already been up there and talked to him. The elevator button that's blue works. And you come in here and you talk to this guy and he gives you a mission. But I've already done all that. And you come outside. Look at the city here. It's coming along really well. From here, I came over here and I got a mission from, what's her name, Marcia Clark? No, what the hell's her name? Joyce Abbott. Joyce Abbott. Oh, he was Clark, Marcus Clark. And she gives us this mission over here for that Watchman area, because they stole her husband's watch. Who cares about your husband's watch? Now there are a few missions that work in this game, but only a few. I've only found like 3, maybe 4 missions. Again, looking both ways. And this is your training ground. You see how I came out from the front there and just kept running this direction? I show it in another video, one where I show the travel power which we have available to us, which is flight. But the reason I say that this is your training ground is because there are bad guys on the back side of the building, and some will go in this direction. But they're all too big for you when you first start out. I mean, like in the back, there's a level 5 and a level 1, and I think there's another group of 5 and 1, or a 5, 3, and a 1. Not sure. But I know that there's like a couple groups of 5 and 1s, and you can't take them on. And there's a level 9 guy back there, and you can't take him on either. But when you come over here, down this path, you just keep on going right on over here, close to that NSM news sign. You got 2 guys over there, and those guys are level 1. Well, you're level 1. So, your training ground is these 2 level 1 guys, probably until you level up to level 2. Then if you want, you could probably go over here to this Watchman area where you already have a mission for, and there's guys all the way around it and the guy in the center. I think you only have to kill one of the guys over there. I think it's just the guy in the center, I'm not sure, but it doesn't matter. Just go ahead and use that for your training ground for a little while, because they're level 3 guys, and you're getting them 1 at a time, which you could probably do now, but we're just taking on the 2 level 1 guys. Then you come over here and you got a 5, 3, and a 1. And this becomes your training ground. Then the rest of your training ground is just right down this block. I'm not going to run all the way down there. You got this group to start with. After that, when you're done with the 5, 3, and the 1, this becomes your training ground. And I think it's 2 5s and 2 3s, but it might be 2 5s and 2 1s. I don't know. 3, 3, and the other 2 I believe are 5s. Oh, 3 3s, maybe 4 3s. I'm not sure what we got here. It should be a 5, I think. Yeah, so you got a 5 and 3 3s. That becomes your next training ground. 3/4 of the way down this block, right about where my pointer is another group, and that is, I believe, it's either a 9 and 2 5s or 2 9s and a 5. I'm not sure. I think it's 2 5s and a 9. Then just on the other side of that block there, on the corner, will be the 2 9s and 2 5s. And that will be your training ground while you're in this game, because that'll plenty suffice. When you're done with that, when you come out of the door, instead of coming down this path like I did over here, you'll take off and go this direction, beyond this building over here. This road has a curve and goes around, as it doesn't go through here, and you'll go another block or so down there. It'll come down here and curve that direction. On that rounded part of the curve is the biggest fight you're going to find, which will be, I believe, 2 13s and 2 9s, or 2 13s and 11, or something like that. And you got the same fight at the other end of the block down there. It'll be 2 13s and a 9 or something, or 2 13s and 11, something like that. And that'll be the biggest fight. But there's no reason for you to go from one block to the other. You just stay with that one that's over there, because they respawn fast enough. Unless you've got flight. Flight, you might be able to get down there quick enough, but it's just too much of a hassle. Just wait for them to respawn and kill them again. So right now, we're just going to start off with these 2 level 1 guys. Let's see what gives. Super strength. Oh yeah. Ooh, shakalaka. 2 hits and almost dead. Good stuff. So when I get to the second power, it'll probably be 1 punch and they're dead. I think we missed on that one. I've never found any of the classes actually needing to use their secondary ability. Waiting to respawn. You can do better than that, girl. Come on, where's the other guy at? He should be there. Oh, there he is. Oh, he was almost down. That'll be much better at second level. Okay. Disappear and stand back up. I'm waiting. Put that upside your head. It said, oops, upside your head. It said, oops, upside your head. And for you, my friend, welcome back. We always could spot a friend. Yeah, 2 punches and he's almost dead. You know, I should be able to like knee him somewhere. You know what I'm talking about? At that point. I'm just a little girl trying to get to level 2. Can you help me out, mister? Now, I had started playing a fire melee brawler, but there was no sound to the animation, and I found the same thing on the second power that I picked, and it just wasn't doing it for me. I wanted to go with that because it allowed a lot of AoE, and this is probably more single melee whoop your butt type stuff. See how that goes. But come on, we all loved our super strength tanks and brawlers anyway. And the same thing with the fire. So I'm going to, you know, be building lots of stuff in this game. At least I'm getting a whoosh thump type thing out of this, where I wasn't getting it with the fire melee. The class probably worked perfectly fine. It's again the fact it was missing the sound and wasn't working. I wanted this, and I wanted to build a super strength anyway. Because like I said, you know, if you're a CoH, you know how much we loved our super strength tanks and brawlers, and the same thing with the fire, because we all have our fire tanks. But the fire farm, you know what I'm talking about. You were there. Remember a long time ago when you used to love coming home from work? And now you come home and you continue to look for a home for years. Hey, better. Hey, better. We're going to level up on this one here. Should be another 7 after that. Should be enough to get us to 98. Hoopah, hoopah. We are going to party and head in and go get our next ability. It didn't happen. Didn't say it, at least. There it is. Yeah, 7 experience and leveled up. But somebody apparently thinks we want to fight. So let's go play. Oh, you don't want a piece of me. And I'm going to take care of your buddy here because we're standing here. Oh, that's kind of strange. Well, hit him already. Now let's go. It's a lesson to all you boys and girls. Be sure and look both ways before crossing the street. This may look like a crosswalk, but it's a death trap just waiting to happen. The graphics are really coming together. I see we have a control tower over there. That's what it looks like to me. I like it. And some cool looking arcade game. Actually, it's not. I have no idea what it is or what it's going to be, but obviously I'm thinking it's like a kiosk of some sort to for like paper missions or something like that. How we used to have paper missions in CoH. At least that's an honest guess. And of course we're going to go with the haymaker, because I always go with everything I can that's going to do myself really a lot of good before I go back to that first power. I mean, who doesn't remember having a good haymaker? I should probably at least check the enhancement things here and see what I have. Let me pull this over to the side here and look in the inventory. Because I know there's going to be something in there that we can do. We can do a yellow and a red, I believe. That's it. Do we get a yellow? No, I think all we get is a red. Because we're level 1. So I can put a red one in there. What do we got? Resistances? I don't need resistances. They do. 2 M's and a mount, huh? M mount of power. Okay, the grammar police are here. Spelling police, I guess. Power recovery. That's not bad. I really don't need that yet, but you never know. Oh yes, let's increase damage dealt. Let's just go with that. And I guess we can let them build up a little bit. I was going to just sell everything that I didn't need. But you never know. What's this one now? Defense. Yeah, maybe someday. So, we got 1 allocated enhancement in there. And we got us a haymaker. Now, I usually run back over there and I start taking on those guys again. But we could probably just go across the street here and start taking on the level 3 guys. Which would actually speed up the process. Because we get them one at a time, the thing is, am I going to take them out? And I do believe so. I don't think there's going to be a problem. Switch those around. That's got to be so nice. Haymaker didn't do me no good, really. Now that might have been me completing the mission. I think so. I think it's already done. But I still will take on all of them. I don't know the resistance thing just because it's there. So far I'm very impressed with the class, but then, you know, everything is going to be kind of OP usually until, you know, they get everything kind of weighed out. But right now, it's just like everything else in an alpha. They try and just make things work. Wish I could sneak up behind them like you do in a lot of games, you know? Come in, get down into a sneak, move up on him real slow, kind of mug him. You know, by crouching or something, give it a stealth mode or something. Not invisible, just stealth. You need some good super speed to be invisible. Got your nose. Alright, we're going to run back. Just turn in that mission, see how much more XP we can get out of that. If we didn't already get the XP. I don't know if it gives you the XP when you turn it in, or you get the XP immediately after completing the mission. We'll just have to look and see what it shows. Hey, I bet. Go see their son Bobby, I believe. And after doing the mission from them to Bobby, you'll get another mission from Bobby. I think you can get a couple of missions from Bobby. Or he'll send you to another contact. I don't really remember. But as you see, we got no more XP, so we got the mission when it made the noise, and we completed it. I think Bobby tells us, like, those guys are still just now getting up. That's a long respawn time. So let's go over here and see Bobby. We got to deliver the, was it? Yeah, we already delivered the watch that you always have it. Then we're supposed to do something. Take something to Bobby or something like that. I think they moved him too, because he used to be standing up next to the side of a building and facing the other direction. I think they took the building out. I think it was right here, which is a good thing, because that means they're putting something else in there. One would think. Oh, please tell me more. Blah blah blah. Read this later. Read this later. For those that want to read it, please pause. And okay, the perps. Now, where did I remember seeing them? Because I think when it does this, it's like specific ones. Never follow the arrow, because that will just take you back to Marcus Clark. For some reason, he's always on. These guys bad guys? They could be. But they're probably not, because they're not clicking. Alright, so those guys, I don't know. I think they're around this area here. I'm really not worried about doing that mission. I'm just going to continue on with the grind. But I'm going to try to get this one to level 3, I think, before going to take on the level 5, 3, and 1. Yes, always make the taking a dump animation before doing anything. these guys must be perps. I was gonna say, because it's giving me that noise when I'm completing something. So these will work as the perps that Bobby wants me to dust. Let's do the taking a poop animation. She's releasing a growler early in the morning. Now, I'll tell you the truth. There's a woman at work that I learned that term, releasing the growler, because the restroom for the shop was right up next to the office wall. And so she was saying that some mornings you can hear somebody in there releasing the growler. Well, they're farting while taking a poo. Releasing the growler. I just love it. She goes, yeah, a lot of mornings you can hear somebody in there releasing the growler. Okay, enough of that subject, I guess. But she's taken on these level 3s really easy, and for some reason they've taken a long time to respawn. I might go over here and see if there was something over on the other side of this block. I don't remember. I don't think there was anything here. And I'm not really sure if I'm ready for the 5, 3, and 1, which I believe are these guys right here. Or if it's a level 1 and something else. The 5, 3, and 1 must be further down the block on my left. So I don't want to just keep whooping level 1 guys. This guy's taking a bite out of my butt. But where's the level 3 guy that's usually there? Ouch. Take a poo animation. Now we don't get anything at level 3. Now there should have been a 5, 3, and a 1. Unless they're further down the block. They might be on this side over here. And as you see, I may not be wanting to deal with a 5, 3, and a 1. Because I was just doing a 5 and a 1. And I think that's going to be another 5 and 1 there. Oh, let's just start with the 5 then if we're going to do this. Glad this person evaded, because this is actually a really good fight because of the 5, not the 1. But the 5 does enough damage to me that the 1 could be devastating by taking me out. And I really need to walk her off to make sure that she gets far enough away to get fully recovered before that 5 jumps back up there. But I'm really enjoying this class so far. But I do got to get another level, I believe, before I get another power. Good fight, good fight. They will appear about a second to a second and a half after the bodies disappear. So perhaps I am ready for the 5, 3, and the 1. I should have been collecting a body on that one. Yes, it might be ready for the 5, 3, and the 1. Especially after you know, get them killed at different times so that they're not all there at the same time. Now you can see why you shouldn't be firing at me while I'm beating up your boss. I don't take kindly to that. Let me go look and see if that's 5, 3, and 1 down here. It should be. I believe just on the other side of this block. So hopefully we'll survive this. Take a poo animation. These guys are no problem, because if I got time to stand there and pick up gear and stuff like that, because the 5's going to come back first now. Yikes. I'm gonna need to move away, I think, and let this one wear off. Oh, we'll get back. It's coming back. Ooh. Good fight. Got that one, yep. Yeah, she's good enough. She can just hold her ground on these guys. But as you can see, it got close a couple times. Oh, she's hardly even touched this guy. Got some get him on it. Got some get him. Get him, get him, get him. That is why you don't shoot me. inventory is full. So let's go alleviate that problem. I'm not sure how close I am. Well, I must have just leveled up because I just got 7 experience points too, which means that I am getting another ability. Let's give me something good and punchy. Punch, 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 punch. This place looks so cool at night. I think we can go turn in that mission to Robert Abbott too. And then he gives us another mission. I think that's the one that's inside the building. I don't think it allows me that yet. That's why this is where I usually take that other one that I had at the beginning as a shot. That's always nice to have, but I can get that stuff later. Right now we're just going for a good, solid offense, where I'm not waiting for something to recharge. And you're tall. Well, let's see what I got, because maybe I got availability of more than one by now. Yes, we can have a yellow as well. So let's go in and take a look at those again. As far as yellow and red, what do we got here? Now when it says like increased damage dealt by 0, plus 0, I'm assuming that it's because it's not a full point. It's like, you know, point something something. That is not bad. And as far as the yellow one, let's go with... See, when it says damage, you know, by a certain amount, it's really not that much. That's not bad. Like to have power. I don't know that I've necessarily run out of power. Don't really need the resistances and stuff. We'll go with that. Alright, we're going to go sell them to this person. Say buy enhancements, then we go to sell. The only ones I want to save are the ones... Well, I don't see them. I hope that doesn't mean I'll be able to sell the ones that I am saving. And then I just say accept all the way down the line, get rid of all of them. If I end up selling the ones that I was using by accident, which may happen because I don't know if they're saved, you know, from this. I guess I'll find out when I get done with selling these, huh? Because I don't care. That's all blah blah, but let me look at enhancements and see if I still have the ones used. Yeah, okay, so those are saved. They're actually allocated, and so they can't be sold. That's good. Just making sure, because I didn't know. Have a new ability. Time to go out and get punchy. Yeah, the 5, 3, and 1 seems to work out really well there. So basically after pretty much all classes, you go take care of those 2 level 1 guys up to level 2, and just go across over there to those level 3 guys, which is my normal route anyway. Normally I wait till I'm level 3 to go over there. But level 2 worked out pretty, just fine, and I'm sure it's that way for all classes. So then you would go over there and fight those 3s, either till you get a level or not. I would say yes. And then, unless you go fight the 5 and the 1, but I don't think so. I think just concentrate on the level 3s by themselves around that little circle there. Then come over here and start playing with the 5, 3, and 1. Taking out the 5 first. Because he's the one's hitting you the hardest. You don't want to leave him laying around. You have to be able to suffice with the damage you're going to take until you get him there. Now, I'm going to have to go get something else to drink here in a second. And I'm going to pause real quick. Okay, so where's that level 5 guy? Now this one's gonna come up more often, so I think I'm gonna just put them in the order that by speed. So I just work between here and then hit that one when it comes available. Start with taking poo. Brawler. Boy, that level 5 guy went down faster than a prom dress. I'm picking up gear. Yeah, but that level 5 guy went down fast, didn't he? I'm almost thinking about just moving up the road there to the 5s and the 3s. Yeah, I might move on down the road and see how that works out. But there's extra down there because there's level 3s with them. But let's at least go down there. I mean, I haven't died yet, so let's just go ahead and maybe do that. Not trying to, but you never know. But it's also, it's nice to know how fast you can move up. Okay, we're supposed to confiscate medication from perps. I don't get it. I thought we already talked to him and did all that. Now, there should be a 5 and a bunch of 3s. So we're going to start with this guy. Take a poo animation. Oh, let's just pummel the hell out of it. Nope, not quite ready for that one. But didn't we suffice? Didn't we kill enough of your perps already? I think he just automatically gave us a second mission. Oh, maybe I didn't. Did I? What's going on? Yeah, this is the one that's actually an indoor mission. And I believe it is... Where are we at? Right here, and there's that. And Marcus Clark is there. I think it's this direction over here, like in the underpass. Oh, there it is. It's over there. It shows me on the map. Right there in front of me. But, I don't know. I guess we can go do the mission. I wish her feet would start moving again. That's not good. So maybe I will pause and like save and reload. See if I can make that come back. It'll probably come back if I go inside that mission, but I don't want to go in there and have it not work. So I'm going to pause real quick and do all that. Okay, I've saved and reloaded, or logged out and reloaded. And as you can see, animation is working fine again. But I didn't want to get in there and have it all look all silly. Now, when we get inside here, there are, I believe, five pieces of lab equipment we have to get. And we got to fight along the way. I found that the respawn rate was really fast, and I found myself in trouble on my other type character. This one will probably be fine, but you never know. So what I was doing is I was just running through the crowds that I had to, avoiding what I could, and just running and picking up the equipment as I could, and trying not to die. And actually I made it all the way back out by avoiding the fights. We'll see how it goes. Also, I've been in here and it was black screen. But nope, it's going to work. This is the only indoor mission that I've seen. There's no real stealthy way to do it, I guess. A little bit of glitchy stuff going on there. And our equipment is based all around this thing. There's like, it says 5, so we'll see how that goes. And I really wish I could turn that off where it shows Marcus Clark on the map, because that, you know, you'll catch that through the corner of your eye and you'll automatically think it's a piece of equipment, so you start heading there. And there's really going to be no way to avoid these guys. I don't think I can go down the center. Oh, maybe I can. Nope. So, oh well, I don't need all you guys. Boy, did I screw up. Oh my god. Never mind. Yeah, that didn't work. That's some funny shit there. But at least I respawn here at the doorway. So now I know maybe I need to take these guys on one at a time. Or maybe I can get away with getting past those guys. Or I should just run like I did with the other one. I don't mind my animation being off. I'm needing to run to finish this mission. Because as you can see, I'm just going to get my butt whooped. And I found that if I just keep running, I think all I need are these 5. Oh, it only says 4, huh? I missed one there. See, and it's not there. It's showing me where an old one was. That's some BS. So, we'll just try to get to this one over here and get the hell out of here. I'm not seeing it. Apparently there's something there. So that should be 5. What do you mean destroy lab equipment? Didn't we do that? Well, that's probably what happens when we complete the mission. So now what I need to do is find my way out of here without getting my butt kicked too bad. I think we go across here and then we take a left and then we go through one more, and then we take a right. Nope, guess not. It must be all the way through here. I don't know. That could be trouble, huh? I think we go straight through now. try to get to the door. Take poo animation. It gave me the ability whether I got the animation or not. Now, I hope that I don't have to do that in something here. I mean, I don't think there was anywhere in there that I needed to destroy it. If there is, I may have screwed the whole mission up. But it says return to Robert Abbott, so we'll see how that goes. I think I've completed it. As you can see, that wasn't really going to go well. Because you get swarmed. I mean, you know, you can handle a couple of level 3s at this level. But when you get swarmed like that... Didn't really want to do a mission anyway, actually. But because it came up and it's the only indoor mission that I've seen in the game, I wanted to at least bring it to you. But I'm more inclined just to stay with training ground. You might even get another mission from him, I don't remember. Nope. Well, we got that done at least. I think I'll take her back over to the normal training ground. And then I will probably call it good for this episode. How close am I to level? Oh, a long ways from level. I don't think I've got one. I don't like the idea that I have to keep pressing that in order to get it to update. But I'm just going to take her over to where I would normally be fighting, which is going to be that 5, 3, and 1 still. Look out for cars. I'm crossing the road. Oh, 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 oh. Honk, honk. Ninja, please. Okay. We're back to where the 5, 3, and the 1. We're going to call it good here. I'm just going to park her. Cool looking character. I like the abilities and stuff. I haven't found any real problems with any of the abilities other than, like I say, I found a sound issue with the fire brawler, with the fire melee, where it does the animation fine, but it didn't seem to make any noise whatsoever. And to me, that was annoying. I'm liking this one. I'm sure the other ones are just fine. I will get a chance to check out some of those another time. But what do you think? I mean, as a character class, did it work for you? As a super strength brawler, I mean, we only have those few powers. But, I don't know. She seems to take them down pretty fast in singular melee. But in the larger crowds, I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. But I enjoyed myself. I hope you did too. Another quick look at the city. It's all coming together. And I love this place at night. You'll hear me say that in every video at night. We're going to call it good for right now. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.